Hey, it's your boy again. This is KQKC Boxing Network, the singing OG. And this is another edition of Boxing Updates. First of all, I want to thank all my supporters. Thank you for your understanding, and thank you for supporting the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Of course, this is a fight that took many turns, that had been through many changes. We had a pretty much a premature fight that did not take place, not only once, not only twice, not only 3 times, but how about 5 times? This fight has supposed to have been taking place 5 times. Of course, Triller won the purse bid, and the purse bid pretty much went sour. Then Triller won it out. And Triller's way they won it out was not be the true stand-up promoter like other promoters, but by playing games, by pretty much canceling, by pretty much moving dates, by pretty much shifting dates and venues. So Triller learned a lesson. They learned a big lesson. They learned a financial lesson. So now, according to the boxing consideration, what they do is during the first bid, you bid on the fight, and whoever have the most money or financial stake in the fight, they will win that purse bid. Now, of course, if they can't fulfill that bid, it will go to the second highest bidder, and that would be none other than Dazn / Matchroom Boxing, by none other than the liar himself, Fast Eddie Hearn. Now, of course, George Kambosos Jr. says that he's hearing that the date for his fight with 3-belt lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez is on November the 13th. Now, of course, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing have taken over to stage the fight after Triller, like I said, failed to put it on. Other words, they fumbled the damn ball. Other words, they did the old rookie mistake by listening to Lopez himself. Lopez that pretty much sold them a bunch of goods, sold them a big ass dummy bag, and they fell for it. Now, of course, they will learn from this, and hopefully they will learn from this and move the fuck on. Now, of course, Eddie Hearn now is saying that this fight will be in November, and November the 13th is the date that Teofimo Lopez versus Kambosos Jr. Fight will take place. Now Hearn, he needs to announce this damn fight, and he needs to announce this fight like yesterday, because this fight is only a month away if you're going for the November 13th fight. The November 13th date of the fight. Now, of course, it can be moved again. Now, it fell in somebody else's hand. What a fucking trouble this has been. Now, my question to my listeners, my supporters, or my detractors is, do we really give a fuck? Do we really care about this fight now? Has this fight left its zest out of our hearts, as we've been given nothing but great boxing performances last week and more to come? But this particular fight that's supposed to be happening 5 dates ago, do we really care? Now, Teofimo Lopez statement and so-called a word of encouragement was, this is the takeover by the Lopezes. After he beat Lomachenko, he's supposed to be the takeover. That's right. He's supposed to be the star in the face of boxing. You ain't did shit since you won those belts from Lomachenko. You didn't want to rematch him. Let me tell you why. He didn't want to rematch Lomachenko because he knew in the first fight with Lomachenko, he knew that he wasn't 100%. He knew that he wasn't nowhere near 80%. So therefore, the second fight would have been different. The second fight would have took his babies home and left them on the porch. I'm talking about the belts. Those his babies, the one that they say that he's undisputed, which he is not. So, Teofimo Lopez, how's that takeover so far? How's that takeover taste so far? Huh? You tell me. Oh, I'm sorry, your daddy let it out. I'm sorry. See, I always say no. Oh, say no to alcohol. All right? Because you have faked the coronavirus 19 and you have faked many other issues. So, good for your ass. See, not only did Triller learn, yo, dumbass learn. And who got the last laugh? None other than Top Rank. That's right. Pamper Bob himself. None other than Bob Arum. He got the last laugh. And also, it pisses him off too. We all remember the debacle interview that they had in the pre-Wilder or Terrence Crawford presser that he took place in on October the 9th, where the reporter asked him, Teofimo Lopez had to go through all that if you would have betted more money. Well, he told him, well, you shut the fuck up, you prick, whatever. But, of course, you know, that was KQKC. Don't give a fuck. I would have slapped the shit out of him. But, in all, he is right. Now, of course, Lopez dropped the ball on this also. Now, he dropped the ball on this, people, because he was greedy. He was greedy. And this is what happens when you're greedy. Now, the hype, all right? To hype your fight like this, it's going to take a lot of work because the fans are demanding the Teofimo fight Kambosos. This is a fight that Teofimo choose himself of fighting a rematch with Lomachenko. See, he didn't want to fight Lomachenko, as I mentioned before. And this is the reason, and this is why he went a different direction. He went the Kambosos way. But look what happened. See, if he would have went on and did the right thing and gave Lomachenko a chance to win back his belts. Now, if you beat him once, you can beat him twice. That's what champions do. That's what champions are made of. Now, of course, I have to say this. Now, Lomachenko, you was a champion. You was a multi-belt champion. You was a unified champion. But when you in that position, you always supposed to have a rematch clause cemented in that damn contract. I have said this many times. I will say this. Jermell Charlo, no matter you love him or loathe him, he had a rematch clause. And that rematch clause served him well because he came back and fought Tony Harrison and won his belt back. Now, we at right now, October the 14th. Now, this is only 1 month away. They will have to sell the shit out of this fight. This fight will be on the Dazn. So that means that, okay, no pay-per-view for Lopez ass. That's another debacle for his ass. See, Teofimo Lopez, all right, the IBF mandatory challenger, Kambosos Jr., who is 19-0 and 10 KOs, has been sitting and waiting for this fight to happen all these months. And now it looks like it's finally going to take place next month, assuming the November 13th date is valid, or they just bullshitting. Now, this won't be the first, and this won't be the second, it won't be the third. Now, it's one of those fights that will need a good undercard, because the Dazn won't like bringing in more than a small handful of new subscribers for this marquee fight. Kambosos Jr. is well known in Australia, not in the U.S. We don't even know who the hell he is. We haven't seen him fight. So therefore, you're not going to get a full packed house. So what Dazn is looking for, they were looking for new subscribers to pretty much subscribe to their package on Dazn. And they are hoping that this fight, which we don't give a shit about, will do that. So, therefore, when you have a fight like this that many people in the U.S. don't give a shit about, you got to bring a fire-ass undercard. Now, I will say this. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, hopefully the fight of the year. If not, pretty much runner-up. But they had a fire-ass undercard. I mean, a great undercard. We talking about Konecki. We talking about Jared Anderson. Oh man, we talking about Helenas and Konecki. You know, we talking about Harris. You know. I mean, we talking about Ribici Romero. I mean, all these fights was on the undercard. J-Rock. I mean, you name it, they had it. One of the best undercards and fight cards in a long time. And this is what it's going to take. At a late date, only 1 month to go, to make it a success. That's why I don't believe that this fight is going to take place on the 13th. Because if you do put on this fight on the 13th of November, you're going to have some sad news when it comes to the box office, when it comes to the gate. So, therefore, if I was Eddie Hearn, which I'm not, because I don't lie as much as he does. Now, but if I was Eddie, I would move that date back at least a month and a half or 2 months. That way you can secure a damn good fire-ass undercard. Because the main event is full of shit. The main event has lost its zest. The main event has lost its fan base. Now, we don't want to see it, really. We don't really care about it now. The way that the fans are looking at Teofimo Lopez, the takeover, is that he is full of shit and he dodged Lomachenko. Point blank in a fucking conversation. This has been another boxing updates. Brought to you by another other than KQKC Boxing Network. If you like the content of this video, hit the like button. Hit it, baby. Hit it. It's free. It don't cost a damn thing. But if you like, subscribe. Join right now. I will be on tomorrow at the usual time, 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Then we are coming back. That's right. We are coming back that night, tomorrow night, at 7:15 Central Standard Time. We're going to be on ESPN Plus. That's right. My boy, Emmanuel Navarrete, will be fighting Joet Gonzalez in a 12-round fight for his WBO featherweight title. Oh, baby, it's another fight weekend right here on KQKC. We got Italian versus Ruiz. That's a 10-round welterweight fight. We got Manuel Rojas versus Henry LeBron, and that's an 8-round junior lightweight. Oh, baby, we got DeGalgo versus Garcia Mendez, and that's an 8-round junior welterweight. Oh, baby, we got Martinez versus Jones. That's 6-round middleweights. All right, we got Diaz versus Ramirez. That's a 4-round bantamweight. Baby, fans gonna be loving this card. And we got Ramirez versus Randall. That's a 4-round heavyweight. That's gonna be a fire also. And to bring up the rear, we got Cardenas versus opponent to be announced, but that's gonna be a 4-round, and that's gonna be featherweight. We are talking about featherweights. All right, we are talking about bantamweights. We are talking about middleweights. Oh, baby, we talking about lightweights. That means what? Hands are going to be flying. And that means your boy KQKC is going to call these bitches just like he always do. So with that, I'm on to the next one, baby. Shout out to the almighty LD BC. Shout out to Black Media's Row. Wow. And with that, I say shout out to all my supporters and detractors of KQKC Boxing Network. I am on to the next one. Peace and love.